PFT PM, focusing on the news that emerged out of nowhere on Tuesday morning regarding a criminal case against Patriots receiver Stefon Diggs. Specifically,
Wait a minute. Did I introduce myself? I'm HQ. This is HQ Connect. I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody else, but now I turned the sound on. Now you can hear me. Let's get started with the gossip of the day. This is the gossip of the day, and this is HQ.
he faces a felony strangulation or suffocation charge and an assault and battery charge. That one is a misdemeanor. The report first surfaced via Boston25news.com. The Patriots have since issued a statement acknowledging the charges. We'll read that to you in a minute. For now, though, here are the details.
Why is that young man always in the news? He in the news because he always dealing with Cardi B. But this is a whole nother level of being in the news. And this ain't going to be a good thing. You know, we heard some stories, but they really are just taking their time to let you know who he has the charges against. Who has the charges against this guy? They ain't said male or female. We done heard that he might be a switch hitter, but we don't know. Let's see.
There are none. We don't know what is alleged. We don't know what supposedly happened. We do know that the incident occurred, if at all, on December 2nd, the day after the Patriots beat the Giants on Monday Night Football at Gillette Stadium. Per the report, Diggs' lawyers were in court on Tuesday trying to argue that the police report should remain sealed. That would keep the details secret. Common sense tells us the details must not be savory, to say the least, for the lawyers to actually try to keep the police report from being made available to the public. Police reports.
They're not even saying whether it's a male or female. And there's been an accusation that he tried to assault a man. This was before, well, of course, before this. So if he's going around assaulting men and women, there's a problem with this young man.
Which are almost always made available to the public because they're public records. And allegations are allegations. Stefon Diggs will have all available protections in the criminal court system, but the allegation is what it is. That's how a case gets started.
Right.
So there are three prongs to this situation that I think we need to be aware of. First, the criminal case. We don't know how far this will go. Will it go to a jury trial? Will there be a plea at some point? Will it even get past the initial hurdles of probable cause? Will there be a grand jury indictment? Will the grand jury refuse to indict? These are all things to play out within the confines of the criminal justice system. So that's number one, and that's something that will move at its own pace, in its own time, and reach its own conclusion. Then there's the Patriots.
Right.
They've got one game left in the regular season. They've got the postseason coming. What do they have to say about this? Here is the statement that the Patriots issued as sent to PFT at 11:48 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday.
I mean, is he good? Is he a good player? Is he being affected on the off field? Is everything going the way it's supposed to go with his work, or is he giving them hell? Is he giving them problems? Is he bringing drama onto the field? I mean, I understand that Nicki Minaj is drama, but is she being brought on the field that they would be like, we finna cut this dude loose? Because you know they will cut your ass loose if you bringing headaches to the game.
The New England Patriots are aware of the accusations that have been made regarding Stefon Diggs. Stefon has informed the organization that he categorically denies the allegations. We support Stefon. We will continue to gather information and will cooperate fully with the appropriate authorities and the NFL as necessary. Out of respect for all parties involved, and given that this is an ongoing legal matter, we will have no further comment at this time. So the two most important points from that statement. Number one, per the Patriots, Stefon categorically denies the allegations. Now, they say they've been made aware of the accusations. Do they have access to the details of the police report?
Yeah, why does it do that?
Report that Diggs' lawyers have tried to keep sealed. We don't know that part. They don't address that part.
They trying to keep it sealed. I mean, I understand that you trying to keep it sealed, but why are you trying to keep it sealed? If it's a female, why are you trying to keep it sealed? That's what I want to know.
Second thing that I think is noteworthy, when they say we support Stefon, they're not going to do anything. When Jabril Peppers was accused of domestic violence, Robert Kraft said if the allegations are true, he's gone. Well, they let the process play out through a jury trial that resulted in an acquittal of Jabril Peppers, and the Patriots kept him on the team. So they're going to apply that same precedent here. It's an accusation. It hasn't been proven. Until it is, he's part of the team. So that's where the Patriots stand. The last part, and I think this is the most important one as it relates to his availability to play in the coming weeks, with some important games coming up once the postseason gets rolling. The league, under the personal conduct policy, will have the ability, if it chooses to do so, to put Stefon Diggs on the commissioner exempt list, paid leave. That isn't something that happens all the time. That is something the league has discretion to use. A lot of it depends upon the victim. Was it a domestic violence situation? Was it Stefon Diggs fighting with someone else? Did it happen out in public? Did it happen at home? There's a lot of factors that the league would consider in making a decision preliminarily.
Yeah, but people always say that they're not guilty. People always say that they are not guilty. They didn't do anything wrong, X, Y, and Z. Then come to find out, they had something to do with some of that. Now, see, here's the thing. I don't get accused of raping nobody. I don't get accused of assaulting nobody. If you're a regular, ordinary, everyday individual, you don't get accused of assaulting anybody. Normally. This is people who be out there, who be off the porch, who be out there for real, doing all kinds of X, Y, and Z. This is why people be out there catching charges, because they be doing stuff they ain't got no business doing.
As to whether or not he should be put on paid leave. That's separate from any punishment that would be imposed when the criminal case is resolved. And that's what the league does now. This is one of the byproducts of the misadventures the league had with Ray Rice. They're not going to take any action under the personal conduct policy as it relates to punishment until the criminal case is fully and completely resolved. But they do reserve the right to intervene early, do a preliminary investigation, and make a decision as to whether or not the player should be put on paid leave, which would make him unavailable to the New England Patriots until, obviously, the paid leave ends. And that hinges on what the league finds, what the league concludes, and whether or not the league decides that he shouldn't play at all until the criminal case is fully and completely resolved. So that's where it stands right out of the gates. We'll see if there are additional developments. We'll see if the police report becomes available and what the reaction to that may be. We'll see if Diggs says anything himself. For now, all he's said is to the Patriots, he categorically denies the accusations. And obviously, this is something that we will continue to report on, we'll continue to follow, we'll continue to analyze, because it instantly becomes one of the most significant stories in an NFL season that is rocketing toward the playoffs. Diggs has had a productive year in his first season with the Patriots, 82 catches, 970 yards, and 4 touchdowns. If all of a sudden they don't have him because he's put on paid leave, that has a real competitive impact on how the playoffs will unfold. But obviously there's a human side to this. There's a victim who is making an accusation, utilizing the criminal justice system. That person has rights. Diggs has rights. That all plays out separately. It all kind of links together as it relates to the NFL. And again, we'll continue to track it, and we'll give you updates as warranted, both at profootballtalk.com and here.
Okay. So we don't know what's going on with Trey. We do know this young man invites drama. I've seen him dressing. He dresses like a rock star. He's just like a star, a model. What's going on with this man?
October 1st.
Oh, no.
And it was a direct response to Griffith publicly accusing him of drugging, assaulting, and plotting to have him put down.
I mean, those are incredibly serious claims. Griffith also claimed Diggs was trying to cover up so-called gay and bisexual secrets.
And Diggs's position is that these are just flat-out lies, pure defamation.
Yeah, and what's so crucial here from a legal strategy perspective is the timeline. Griffith put all this online in the summer of 2025.
Okay, and?
Well, the alleged event itself supposedly happened way back in May 2023. That's more than a 2-year gap.
So how does that play out in court? I mean, does that delay help Diggs?
It absolutely does. For a public figure defamation claim, you have to prove actual malice.
Which means you have to show the person knew it was false or just didn't care if it was true or not.
Exactly. And a 2-year wait before a very calculated online campaign can really look like intent, especially when Griffith was tagging the NFL, the Patriots, even brand partners like Uggs.
So he was aiming for maximum professional damage.
That's what Diggs's lawyers will argue. But that delay also makes it much, much harder for Griffith to file any kind of counterclaim for, say, assault. The statutes of limitations could be a real problem for him.
Interesting. And Diggs's version of that night in 2023, what does he say happened?
Well, his story is pretty straightforward. He says after a charity basketball game, they all went back to his home in Maryland.
Okay.
And then Diggs just says he went to bed. And later, his assistant asked Griffith to leave. He describes the whole night as ending without incident.
So he's painting a picture of a totally normal, uneventful evening to contrast with these wild allegations that came 2 years later.
That's the strategy. He's arguing.
And something in between happened. Something in between that happened. Because I don't believe that nothing happened and all of this is going on. And it may be the accusations they're talking about. You never know. We don't know what's going on.
These specific claims about secrets and cover-ups were designed to hit him where it hurts most. His career, his endorsements.
Which is why he's suing for damages and attorney's fees, to try and fix that.
But here's the countermove. The biggest risk for Diggs. By filing this lawsuit to shut down the talk, he's actually forced the whole thing into a formal legal record.
So he's opened himself up.
Exactly. Griffith's lawyer, Jake Leibowitz, came out swinging. He said his client is the real victim here of Diggs' unwanted sexual advances and his brother's violent attacks.
So now the whole case could shift from being about defamation to being about what actually happened that night.
It's a huge strategic gamble. Diggs has just subjected himself to the discovery process. Now Griffith's legal team has the right to probe into his private life to try and find anything to support their claim.
So we don't even know if this is the actual accusation. We don't know anything about this case. But he's going to be
Patriots receiver Stefon.
You got a spotlight on him because he's dealing with Cardi B. Now people gonna go keep running to Cardi B trying to figure out, hey, Cardi B, what's going on with your man? What's going on with your boy? Is your boy kind of fruity? Is your boy kadooty? What's going on? People gonna be going at her.
Stefon Diggs has been charged with strangulation and assault charges in connection to an alleged incident earlier this month. He is currently facing felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery. This alleged altercation took place in Dedham, Massachusetts on December 2nd, according to Boston 25. The details of the alleged altercation have not been revealed yet, but the Patriots organization did release a statement stating Stefon denies any wrongdoing and that they are standing by the whiteout. Here's the statement. Pause to read. This story is ongoing. We will update you with any info.
One person wishing for the year to be over, I'm pretty sure it's Stefon Diggs, okay? He had a lot of shit going on this year alone. In the mix of all the drama with Cardi, the boat ride with the drugs on it, allegedly, all the baby mamas getting pregnant, he also was able to rack up strangulation charge and a misdemeanor charge of assault. Now, this all happened on December 2nd, allegedly. We are not sure who he allegedly strangled or assaulted, but I'm guessing it was one of his baby mamas that he had. If you don't know, Stefon Diggs had about 4 or 5 baby mamas this year, y'all. What was strange about it is that this has happened December 2nd, and we are now finding out about this at the end of the month. It seems like his lawyer wanted to keep everything under wraps, and that is why we don't know who he allegedly strangled. I think that this is very worrisome and does not look good for him. He's claiming that he didn't do it and that is not true at all, but he is willing to come to a monetary solution with the victim, alleged victim, which I think is weird. Why are you trying to pay somebody when you claim you didn't do it? And I mean, his fans can say it's just so that he can be left alone or for it to be done with, but this did not get swept under the rug. We now know about it. So what is the real point of paying off a liar? Where would it lead him to pay off a liar, you know? So I don't really think that would be the smartest thing to do if it's not true. But we will see.
But guess what? I already could look at Stefon Diggs and tell that he was gay because he sleep around too much. Same thing like with Dwight Howard. When a man sleep around too much and for that long, like I got out the streets at 21 years old. When a man still sleeping around and he now about 30 and then he crossed 30, especially if a man getting hit 40s, 50s, like Shannon Sharp, them men be bisexual, which is basically gay. And they deal with women. And I'm going to tell you what happened with bisexual men. Their standards for women lower. That's why he got Cardi B pregnant. Because Cardi B is not somebody that a man really want to be with. She too loud. She too loud. She too boisterous. She too quirky. She too awkward. It's like a man is not wired to be with a woman like her. Like, just the streets raised her. And that's why her relationships never work out, because it's not really, she's not raised to be a wife. She's not raised for a man. Like, she raised by the streets. And when you raised by the streets, you end up being for the streets. And a man will try, but then he realized he just can't really relate to you. He realized that he just can't have like a normal homeostasis with you. And that just things just gonna be just always awkward and different and off, and it'll make a man, and because of the stuff that she might know how to do in the bedroom, right, that also diminishes a man's trust, because now he's not teaching her nothing. He learning.
See, we got to understand, some of these people be coming from religious perspectives, and religious perspective is not everybody's perspective. Not mine, that's for sure. Definitely not mine. And this Stefon, he seems to get out there. He seems to get off the porch a lot. So if he gets off the porch a lot, it could be true. I've never heard of it. You know, that's a new thing on me, that when you get off the porch a lot, that you might be gay. I don't know. I don't know Stefon's history. Nobody knows his history. He should have cleaned it up. If he didn't want to be known as gay, he should have cleaned it up before he got into the NFL. But you never know with these people. But then again, Hollywood, all them people just be doing all kinds of shit. So you never know.
From her. And so now when a man get with a woman like that, he can't trust her. And if he can't trust her, guess what? He can't love her. And if he can't love her, then he gonna cheat on her. That's why Offset kept cheating on her. He couldn't trust her. He couldn't love her, so he kept cheating on her. And then that's why they broke up. And then now she get with Stefon Diggs, and because of her own trauma, she get with Stefon Diggs because she is, in a way, retaliating against Offset. And that is the sign of a broken woman. When a woman goes and hurts herself more to hurt a man. If you are a woman listening to this, learn from Cardi B. Never go give your body away to another man that's not your husband.
Stefon Diggs has sued a social media influencer who accused the football player of drugging him, sexually assaulting him, and later conspiring to kill him. The New England Patriots wide receiver, who welcomed a son with rapper Cardi B last week, filed a defamation lawsuit against Christopher Blake Griffith on October 1st after he publicly made the allegations against Diggs, who has branded them false. Diggs accused the would-be social media influencer of concocting a lurid tale stemming from an alleged 2023 incident at the football player's Maryland home. Earlier this year, Griffith shared a screenshot of an incident report he filed to local police detailing his allegations on Instagram. Diggs has denied the accusations and sued the influencer for libel, maintaining that the accusations have seriously damaged his reputation. Furthermore, Griffith accused Diggs of conspiring to have him killed a week after the alleged incident to suppress his gay, bisexual secrets from being exposed after he denied.
And I guess maybe you could say, look, if the person comes out and says this shit again, or this person comes out with evidence, receipts, then we got to believe them. Usually when people come out and say some shit like that, there's usually smoke without some kind of smoke. There's a fire, and we could find the smoke, and we could find the fire. But nobody's saying anything like that. Nobody's saying anything like that. So we just got to wait and see what happens to this young man. This is wild.
sexual advances. Not only did Griffith report the allegations to the police, but he also reportedly shared a screenshot of the report to his 99,000 followers, tagging the NFL, the Patriots, and Uggs, who has a partnership deal with Diggs. Diggs is seeking damages and attorney's fees. However, the exact amount is undisclosed. A pre-trial hearing has been set for July 2026.
Diggs filed a lawsuit on October 1st, and it was a direct response to Griffith publicly accusing him of drugging, assaulting, and plotting to have him put down.
I mean, those are incredibly serious claims. Griffith also claimed Diggs was trying to cover up so-called gay and bisexual secrets.
And Diggs' position is that these are just flat-out lies, pure defamation.
Yeah, and what's so crucial here...
Man, go ahead. We're going to go further.
...his endorsement for their claim.
Second child and first son. However, before Cardi B could give birth, an Instagram model named Aileen Lopera hit Stefon Diggs with a paternity suit last month in November, which revealed the NFL athlete was the father of her daughter, Charlie Harper Diggs Lopera, who was born in April. But that's not all. Throughout the year, there were also rumors that Stefon Diggs also fathered another child with a woman named Drake. Stefon Diggs shared images of the rumored child, who he referred to as Fat. But what's so messy about this particular situation is the baby has to be no more than a few weeks older than Cardi B's son, which leaves Stefon Diggs with 3 newborn babies in 2025. Stefon Diggs seems to have his hands full balancing a football career, 2 newborn sons, 1 newborn baby girl, 1 9-year-old daughter, and 4 baby mothers. And while the NFL athlete seemed to make time for his newborn son and daughter from other women this Christmas, it appears Stefon didn't spend the holiday with Cardi B and their 1-month-old son, and the internet is not letting it slide. And based on Cardi B's latest tweet, the female rapper may be waking up herself and has had enough of this ghetto mess. You see, as soon as Cardi B announced she was having a baby with Stefon Diggs, multiple women came forward claiming the NFL athlete was the father of their child, and at this point, at least 2 of the women have proven it through DNA testing. Initially, Cardi B was unfazed by the multiple women, but earlier today, the female rapper shared a cryptic tweet, and fans believe she's talking about her current situation with Stefon Diggs and his multiple baby mothers. On Twitter, Cardi B wrote, "Seems like the ghetto always find me, yuck." Cardi B didn't name Stefon Diggs or mention anything relating to her relationship with him, but fans think she's finally waking up.
With his people that he was with and robbing him. And they know for facts that he robbed them because his Chrome Hearts necklace that he had, that Chrome Heart sent to him, that he got custom made, and it sits a certain way on his chest. Stefon Diggs is wearing the freaking necklace, y'all. The video is crazy. What?
New England Patriots receiver.
This is a sad tale. So we're going to get up off him for a minute because he is what he is. He's going to be what he is. We can't do nothing. So let's get to the ladies. Let's get to the ladies and see what the ladies are saying out there in the streets. Let's see. Some of you ladies be out here tripping. Listen to
I'm
this.
all about healing the nervous system. In my body, where is all of the pain or the discomfort or the anxiety coming from? And if I feel that it's all of this discomfort, I'm going to say, you know what? Let's put a pin in this and we can discuss it later. I'm not going to continue to try and go back and forth. And then if you still don't get it after we've communicated, I have a decision to make, not him. That's where a lot of women mess up. They don't realize they have the decision to make. Is this something or this situation, is it in alignment with who I am? When I'm speaking with a man, whether it's a client or whether it's a family member or someone that I'm seeing, I express myself. And then when I feel that my body can't take any of what else is going on and it's anxiety and I'm getting tense, I retreat. I don't keep trying to get you to understand. And when I feel like I'm ready to have the conversation in a different way, I will revisit it. But when I revisit it, it's going to be it's not going to be we need to talk. You don't tell them you need to talk. You just talk. You just talk. But the way you talk is, I was thinking. And you do it in a way, I would say even sit next to him versus from across from him. That's kind of more businessy. Sitting across from him is more intimate. And you sit down You wave the white flag. Doesn't mean that he's right. It just means you're trying to get a particular result. If you were trying to get something, would you continue to go after it in a way that it's not working for you? You're going to have to wave the white flag, and you got to understand he may not even get it right away, but your actions are going to show him that you mean business. There's no attitude. There is no silent treatment. It's you put yourself first and you center yourself and then watch what happens. Once I start doing the inner work and start loving me and start realizing, April, you are enough and you always have been enough. If something isn't working as a single woman and dating, I don't blame the man. I don't even have the talk. Like, I think having the talk, is the worst thing a woman can do. And the reason why is because what you're asking is, why haven't you chosen me? What are we? Why haven't you picked me? For me, if I was in a situation and it wasn't going in the same manner, I realized, okay, this is not the same direction. What I would say is, you know what? It's been wonderful getting to know you. I've enjoyed the moments that we spent. However, I believe we are looking for two different things. So I wish you the best. And I'm going to go off and see what else the world has to offer. You see, I didn't blame him.
Now, are you saying that as...
She's doing some good communicating there. This is an interesting topic about how to navigate relationships. She's an older woman. This young lady is somebody who's actually learning about relationships because she's a coach or something to that effect. And they're giving good advice to young women out here when it comes to navigating relationships. Good advice. Let's listen a little bit more.
Assuming that because if he wanted to be with you, he would have committed?
Yeah.
Because in my thinking, I've been married for 23 years, so obviously I'm out of the dating scene, but if I wasn't sure if he was interested in me or I wasn't sure if there was anything long-term in his mind, for me, I think I would just ask him. I wouldn't spiral in my own thoughts of, does he like me, does he not, does he like... I would just be like, hey, where's this going? What are you interested in doing?
Yeah,
I would never ask that.
Oh,
Lisa.
okay, they push back. Tell me why.
See, I wouldn't ask that because I watch how men move in their day-to-day lives, especially when they're ambitious, successful men. They can go after everything else in their life with vigor, and they know exactly what they want. It doesn't change when they get to women.
Oh, so you're saying you would know, so you shouldn't have to ask.
I would know because his actions, his patterns, his consistency, his efforts, and his words would all line up to let me know that I wouldn't have to guess.
Absolutely.
If I have to guess, for me, it's a no. Absolutely.
Yes.
Because when a man wants you, you never have to guess.
And I said that. I've said that before. I've said that so much. I am not walking the planet trying to figure out how you feel about me. I'm going to ask you, and your actions and your consistency and all of that is going to tell me how you feel. If I have to ask, we have a problem. But I'm not going to walk around this world and do stuff, make plans, get to dreaming, doing all of these things about a man, and he's not really into me. I can't do that. I'm just not built like that.
Think about it like this. The men that women typically don't want, they keep coming. It doesn't change just because you like the guy. Typically, women have these conversations when they are more invested in the man than the man is invested in them. But if you really look at all of the men that you did not want, they constantly came toward you, even when you rejected them. So why would I have to try to figure it out for a man that supposedly liked me? I made a comment and the internet went crazy. I said, if you heal the little boy within him, the man you want will show up. They thought I meant doing something for him. No, what I meant was being. Women think that our job is to fix people. That's not our job. Our job is to live in our authentic truth. So for instance, what that looks like is, for me, I work with a lot of men. Majority of my clients now are men. Now, when a man comes into my presence, when we get to talking, he totally turns into this 10-year-old boy. I don't care how much money he has, what his occupation is. It doesn't matter. That interaction that we have, and I could just be sitting there like this, and I'm talking like this, and I'm asking them questions, and I'm seeing them, that I hear them. I'm not trying to fix them. They're speaking to me, and I'm saying, so what I hear you saying is.
Can you break down a couple of little things that you just did, because your tone changed, your body changed?
Did you notice? Did you notice?
Yeah. Can you break down some of those?
So typically, like if I'm on a date, I sit next to my date. I don't sit across. To me, it's more like a business meeting.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more intimate. When I talk to men, I lower my voice like this. And it's not because I'm trying to manipulate them, but they hear different. And so when I'm speaking to them, I also speak a lot slower. And I regurgitate back what I heard them say. I don't want to get things misconstrued. What I'm hearing you say is. And then if I know it's stupid what they said, it might have been stupid. I want them to hear how stupid it is. But I don't say it like, that was stupid. Why would you say that? I'll say, so what you're saying is, if a woman does hard labor, she's not feminine anymore? Is that what I hear you say? So you said your mother was a strong woman. Is your mother a very masculine woman? I'll do that.
Your head tilts as well.
The head tilt. Yes. See, I didn't even notice it because it just comes so natural. So I understand the body.
It's natural, and it almost seems like it's manipulation. I don't know. Maybe that is, maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, it's a very feminine way in which you talk to men. But is it an authentic way, or is it a mask, or is it something to just get the trust of the man, and then it's not so soft and feminine like it is? I don't know. It seems like sort of a manipulation tactic. Maybe it is. Maybe men need to be manipulated. Who knows?
Body language when you're talking to men, and I also understand how they receive the information. It's not a sexual thing.
No, it didn't feel like it.
It's just more of, I see you. It's a softer tone, because you got to remember, when a men talk to women like you and I, they already think, okay, she's empowered, she can be shrewd, she can be firm, and I change the dynamic. I have to be more shrewd and more firm when I talk to women. And here's the reason why. Women are used to abuse. I hate to say this. If you look at a lot of the podcast guys that are on and that have a lot of views and have a lot of larger listenership, they talk to women about women like trash.
They're fucking assholes. Sorry for swearing, but literally, I can't believe men and women sit there and just take it.
Because that's what they're accustomed to. And when you understand, one of the reasons why I stopped working with women is I couldn't have the conversation like you and I are having now. I couldn't coach like this. They wouldn't get it until I would say something like, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Why are you doing this? Why? But I don't live in that energy. But unless I took it to another step. And women like to say, no, you can't talk to me like that. Lies. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. And I know who my client is. They're the woman that is the hard woman. She is trying to tap into her femininity. She's a woman that she is trying to be broken from her old ways of doing things. She doesn't know how. So I can't come in at her with, oh my God. She's not going to hear me. It's like, listen, this is what it's going to be. Either you're going to do the work, or why did you hire me anyway? Well, Miss April, no, don't Miss April me. You didn't hire me to be your friend, to coach you through this. So this is the assignment, and I want to make sure you get it done. Men, so tell me about the last 5 women that you dated, because I'm seeing a pattern here. They open up like a rose, because I don't have to be masculine with them like I have to be with the women. And the reason why these men who talk to women any kind of way and about them on these podcasts, women are accustomed to that, and their nervous systems is wired for trauma. And then you see women doing counter videos to this instead of just saying, oh, this doesn't apply to me. Let me move on. They're not going to do it because they're triggered. So it's very difficult to work with women when they are so used to losing. They don't know when you put them in a position to win, and they don't realize, I'm not trying to diminish you. I'm trying to rip off the Band-Aid, put some Neosporin on it, and then bandage you back up. No, that doesn't work. So when I coach men, it's drastically different. And men, they're like, okay, so what do I need to do? Number 1, this woman, you're going to have to leave her alone because you don't like her like that in the first place. She is reminiscent of your childhood and how your mother talked to you. Now, if I said to a woman like that, it's like, what do you mean? I didn't choose that girl. Listen, I can't do this, because what it was doing was it was putting more stress on my body, coaching women at that level.
And women are difficult to coach because women have an innate sense of they know everything, or they know right from wrong, and they don't see their trauma, and they don't want to face their trauma, and they don't want to be embarrassed. All different types of things that women don't want to run across is half of the reason why they cannot get coaching like they're supposed to. Okay. And then it's like a delusion to it too. And I took her off there because she has a bunch of gems, but I wanted to show you some case studies before we got out of here. Some people. Now, this young lady right here, she be on the internet on dating shows, make it so bad. She be on dating shows, relationship shows. And then she has this dumb shit she comes and says to Ashley. Let's go.
How do you be a good side piece? This sounds crazy. What should I work on so I can actually be with that type of man without showing him my crazy? Ashley.
Anne, how are you, doll? It's been forever.
I know. Oh my God.
Do you consent to be on a live and potentially
I do. Yes.
How are you? It's nice
You're not going to be proud of me. I'm in trouble. I need you, actually. This isn't a happy call.
Okay.
So
remember, this is a young lady who is always on the dating. She's always on the dating shows, always on the panels, always on the dating panels, giving advice. But listen to this shit right here.
So I, was celibate 5 years, blah, blah, blah. And I ended up meeting someone in October. And he flew me out to Miami and we had intimacy. So that happened. And then we started dating and he told
I was sure I heard something about her being celibate or she was quiet. She's one of the women that are on these panels that we see on YouTube. And I ran across her over on Ashley's show saying she's always on the panels giving advice. But this is the dumb shit she comes on the panel and says, comes on a dating show and says that she's a side piece and she wants to continue to be a side piece. What's going on with y'all? That's why I don't believe half of you people that be on the panels when you talk about relationships, because most of y'all be lying.
Told me that, he didn't have, he quote unquote said I was all his and he had no expectation of me being with other people. And he told me he wasn't with anyone else. Mm-hmm. He does live outside of the country, so he comes to US periodically for work. And then will fly me out to go spend time with him, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Ashley, I found out he was married.
No, we ain't gonna go for that because we know he was married. You know he was married because you just know he was married because that's the type of woman that you are. This goofy shit. Listen.
Okay, so did you break things off?
Initially, yes, and then no.
Okay. So what do you want to do now?
It gets worse.
Okay.
It gets worse.
Ashley! No, he's not Nigerian. It's like if Danish deception was real, this would be it.
But see, here's the thing. You know the right from wrong. She knows right from wrong. She's just one of those females that likes to be in the middle of drama. She's always on dating sites. No, she's always on dating panels. But she's on here looking for love or whatever she's looking for, trying to get advice, but loves to be on dating shows giving advice when she has none to give. Your life has to be somewhat of an example in order for you to be giving. See, this is what I mean. Your life has to mean something. Your life has to have some kind of trail in which we can document that you get results like this, that you all were saying you get on these dating shows. Apparently you don't get those results. Apparently you're lying.
It gets worse.
And it's the drama that I can't stand. You want somebody to feel sympathy for you? Then be honest.
I mean, we're adults. You're an adult, hon. We do adult things. You have to make adult things happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, turns out, we just got a restriction. Is it because of what I'm wearing?
Maybe it's what you're wearing. Yeah, I would cover yourself a bit. Yeah, maybe it's because you're showing your stomach too. That could be it. Yeah.
That's my gym outfit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so once he told me he was, married or whatever, we took a pause in the relationship, and then I came back and I was like, maybe we can work it out, blah blah blah. Like, he's not leaving his wife, Ashley.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
And what's worse is that he has multiple girlfriends, multiple black. It's very.
So my question is, why are you crying over a man who has multiple women? Obviously, if he has multiple women and he's dating you, that means he doesn't care about you, and he has a wife. See, he don't need this kind of drama. No man needs it. Married men hate crazy women.
Strange. He's like on some Hugh Hefner shit. Like, we all, like, he has multiple girlfriends and we all look very similar. We're all like, we're Nigerian, we're Ghanaian, we're Liberian. And I thought that I was the only one. So I was livid, and he was shocked that I was shocked that he had other people. He was like, listen, if I'm cheating on my wife, what makes you think that I wouldn't be? I don't know how to explain this, but he was.
Oh, we get it all the way. We get it. Why would he need to be faithful to you? He's getting everything he needs. You came back to him. You came back to him even after finding out he was married, even after finding out he had 1, 2, 3 people. Why should he expect anything other than you to spread your legs? Why would you expect anything else from him?
That's kind of logical if you're asking me. That's a logical point. If he cheats on his wife, then
right,
of course he would cheat on you. Well, I can't say it's cheating, but yeah, of course he has other girls. That's logical.
Right.
That is? I thought it was insane. I thought.
Really? Now we doing the dumb shit? Now we doing the dumb shit. Really? I thought that was just me. That was just no. You're too damn old for that. Snap out of it.
He was like, I mean, yeah, I guess so. But he was upset with me for getting upset because he was like, what do you expect? If I'm going to cheat on my wife, why would I just have one person? So I ended up crashing out, but then we got back together. And
wait, crash out how? What do you mean crash out? You young people love to say crash out. What does that mean? What did you do? And how did he get back with crazy?
And because he was mad at me for misbehaving or whatever, I can't believe I'm telling you. Ashley.
Well, it's not really me. I don't think it's me. You guys can always schedule a call. Y'all know me. But
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be more appropriate because the extent. Anyway, long story short, like so much has happened, and now I'm at this place of like, I realize now I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm trying to figure out how did I even end up in a situation like this that was so messy, and it turns out I think
you're a messy human. You're a messy human. It is what it is. You're a messy human. And there's a lot of messy humans out there. You just happen to be one of them. You pull it together or you make it seem as though you have it together, but you really don't have it together. You're messy in more ways than one. And that's normal for you. You think it's normal because you think you're the one that's the hurt party. Well, I mean, I guess you could be the hurt party, but you brought the hurt upon yourself.
I think I have abandonment issues. And I wonder, Ashley, like, how do because I want to be with a certain type of man, provider type person. But I realize I always have this anxiety of like, they can do anything. They can do anything. They have the funding and the material to be able to do anything. So like, it sounds like a,
yeah, that comes with the territory. Yeah. If you're dating, you know, the guy who has the money and he's not faithful and he has a wife already. Yeah, girl, that's.
But okay, so he's like, he's telling me things like, okay, like, let's take a pause in it. He had the audacity to break up with me. Like, the fuck? Like,
I don't understand. I don't understand. This reminds me of the goofy people that be on the right. That you don't understand the reality. Reality is this. The reality is he's a married man and you're a side piece, and that's all you're going to be is a side piece. Why are you upset about that when that's the reality, and that's the reality that you walked into? Now you want something to change, or you thought he had more feelings for you than he did. I don't understand what he's young. Please don't get pregnant. Please don't get pregnant. Because some of y'all goofy people like to do that shit. Please don't get pregnant by a man that got a wife. Please don't do that.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to be very honest with you. He feels like if I'm cheating on my wife, and I'm sure him and his wife already get into it, that's why, or he just feels like family life is already hectic enough for him. He needs an escape. He's thinking if I'm with my side chick, it should be very easy going.
Right.
If I have a side chick, I shouldn't be arguing with my side chick. I will argue with my wife because that's why I put a ring on their finger.
Right.
But not the side. No. You're supposed to be there to make life easier. Things should be seamless. We should be having sex, fun, going out.
You sound exactly like him.
But that's what it is.
What?
Oh, Ann, girl.
Girl, you need to learn how to put your makeup on because it looks kind of cartoonish. You need to get your brain on right. You need to do some counseling. You need to get some help. You need to talk to other women. You need to do something. Leave men alone because you don't have any discernible abilities. This is wild. And it's like goofy. It's like you lose your mind when it comes to dating men. I don't understand what's going on. How you lose your mind when it comes to dating men? How? How do y'all lose your mind when it comes to dating men? How you can't make discernible, why you can't make good decisions when it comes to a man? The minute you get the dick, you lose your mind. And men are the same the world over. Rich, poor, you name it. They the same.
Happy holidays. So I guess we have to do this every month for the people online who don't really understand.
Right. Okay, let's get to it.
Hi, welcome in.
Hey, you.
Hold on, I'm in the car. Let me do the camera.
And are you driving?
I'm not driving. I'm at a standstill.
Okay. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms, every single one?
Every single one.
Every single one. I consent.
Okay. What brings you up?
Just your basic level up advice.
Wait a minute, why is it so many of our women run into men who are married? And why is it so many married men? See, this is why I know that the issues that we have, a lot of the issues that we have in our relationships, or the issues that we have in relationships, stems from deception from a lot of people. Why is it that we have a lot of men out here who are married, who already are in relationships, out here dealing with single women, getting pregnant these single women, and then blowing up the relationship that they got with their wives or whatever? What's going on? Let's listen to this. And these are rich men, poor men, it don't matter.
I am 32. I'm in Houston. I'm working to get my real estate license. So I'm going from like work from home corporate where I really don't need to dress up and I'm just kind of doing that, to actually going in a public, being in a public eye. I just did a big chop recently. So new short hair is kind of like, I guess, empowering for me.
But you're working in corporate now, right? You're going into the office?
No, I left corporate.
Oh, you
so I was work from home for a while,
Okay.
and now I am I'm like freelance consultant, like doing my own business since May of this year. But I should be wrapping up finishing my real estate license like in February. So I'm in the process of transitioning. Houston is very, glitz and glamour, BBL veneers. That's not me. So I'm just trying to figure out like what it is that I should do in order to level up, in order to, I just want to level up.
Can we see you head to toe? Can I see you head to toe?
Yes. Hold on. I'm going to get out of the car 1 second.
I want to see the head to toe look.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I don't know where to sit, you guys. Hold on. Let's see.
We're so soft about y'all be coming up with words in here.
Okay, hold on. I don't know, guys. I don't know where to put y'all. I don't know. Hold on.
Okay, that was a good place. I think when you initially had it, that was a good place.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Okay, and can we also see what shoe you have on? You have a Converse? You have Converse on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to improve your look so you can...
I just want to change the look. Like, I want to just, like I said, the level up. That's it. Like,
But usually, okay, what's the motivation? Because girls come up, they're like, hey, to attract a partner, B, to increase sales, C, to get out of my comfort zone and do something different. Right. What is the motivation? Not just the level up. Right. I want you to be honest with me. When you're by yourself and you're thinking, why do you want to level up? What's that motivation?
Comfort zone. Comfort zone. To get out of my comfort zone. Yes. I don't care. I'm not looking for like a partner. I'm not like a validation seeker. Like for men, hey, love men down. I'm not a woman. Hey, that's not me at all. But that's not my motivation when I do anything.
Okay, so you're just wanting to change your style to get out of your comfort zone to try something new, is what you're saying. Right. Okay, and what would be getting out of your comfort zone? What would that look like for you? Something that you wouldn't normally wear. What would that be?
You know what? Would something women normally not? What's wrong with wearing a skirt every once in a while? What's wrong with wearing a sundress every once in a while? Why is it that it's always stretchy pants and jeans and X, Y, and Z? It's never a sundress, a skirt, some heels, something that will attract the eye, something that would be very feminine. Because a lot of y'all look masculine because that's all you have on is stretchy pants and you're not thinking beyond black. And a lot of y'all wear black and that's just you look so, so not masculine, but unfeminine. And try putting on a skirt or a sundress every once in a while. And then see how you feel in that. And then level up your body if you need to do more than, you need to do some more dieting or whatever. But a dress will go a long way.
I don't know. I think it's more...
Ashley wears dresses all the time. I don't know why she don't tell y'all that.
Quality clothing. So like how someone asked earlier about like good places to go. I don't really go out, I guess. So it's always something quick. I will like throw on a dress. I'm not like against it. I think it's more so like the quality or the type of pieces. I know it's more so like...
But my question to you, Elle, is not about quality of clothing. I'm asking, what would be out of your comfort zone for you to wear? So you want to level up your look, but leveling up looks like what for you? What would be getting out of your comfort zone? What would be a piece of clothing or article of clothing that would feel like out of what you normally wear?
Dresses, skirts, because she don't seem like she wears those type of things. She gonna say something like that.
I would say like skirts.
What'd I tell you?
Sets, like matching sets. Mm-hmm. That's not like something that
Okay.
That's a bad thing. That's a bad habit our young women have gotten into, that they don't put on skirts and dresses and sundresses. That's a part of the problem right there.
So you need to get a skirt. You need to get matching sets. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, perfect. So now you know what else. Let's add two more.
Okay, so like heels.
Okay, heels.
I do have heels. I actually just got like a pair of the Steve Madden, the ballerina heels, right? I want to wear heels. Now,
Yeah, but the thing is, why would you buy heels and never wear them? You don't want to put on a dress. So if you don't want to put on a dress but you buy heel, why did you buy the heels? You wanted to look feminine. So you need to start dressing that way and looking at articles, magazines, books, stuff online that show you how to dress feminine and wear skirts. Find articles and books and visual things that tell you how to wear dresses.
the millennial in me, I wear like a chunky heel, but I know that we have to, again, step out of the comfort zone. I'm sorry, y'all, for popping gum. It's my nerves. That's how I handle my anxiety when
so we're gonna throw out the black heels. The only way you're gonna wear the new heels that you purchased from Steve Madden is you have to get rid of the black ones. Okay. You have to throw them in the garbage, so it forces you to wear your new pair of heels. And I want you to also think about this. If you're saying I want to level up, this goes for anyone watching. We can't say I want to level up, but I'm comfortable and the millennial in me and I want to stay here. No. Yeah. We're going to also get rid of that mindset.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Okay, so heels. What's a safe number? Like, what's a safe heel to start in to get comfortable, even if it's everyday heels? Like
the one that you just purchased from Steve Madden, that one. You just purchased them, no?
I know, but that wasn't like a everyday. That was like.
Then why would you buy it? If I'm gonna buy some heels, I'm gonna wear them buggers. We gonna wear them buggers till the wheels fall off. That's the problem with young millennials now. These days, y'all don't want to wear heels or skirts. Be very feminine. Those are very feminine. Those are soft. Those are amazing things to put on. And then you look really good. You look like a woman. And people look at your leg. People look at your feet. And you come across as doubly feminine as opposed to a chick that got on tight, skimpy, stretchy clothes. Everything is stretched all over your body. That kind of thing. Okay? That doesn't look good. Not at all. So try wearing the heel, the skirt, the slip every once in a while. Just try to get used to it in the house. Do it. Walk around 5 minutes with it on, and then see how you like if you go outside. Just for fun. I understand it feels like your leg is in a break with the heel on, but try it. At least try it once, and then it's very feminine. It's a very feminine thing. Okay, very feminine thing. We have a lot of millennials who don't like to wear dresses, don't like to wear skirts. We have a lot of millennials who deal with married men. Don't know how to deal with married. Don't know how to navigate dealing with married men. You're supposed to say stop. You're immediately supposed to not deal with married men. Deal with men who are in relationships. Don't get pregnant by married men. Don't get pregnant by anybody unless they're willing to marry you. Unless you're looking long term, because a lot of you people are out here talking about I'm looking. I'm dating with intention. You're not dating with intention, because if you were dating with intention, you never would get pregnant. You never would be out here sleeping with X, Y, and Z. You would be paying close attention to how they act towards you. Remember what the first lady said in the first lesson, the first video? She said, I saw how his intention was towards me. I saw how he acted towards me. I saw how he treated me. I saw what his intention was. And the minute I saw his intention, that's when I knew. Sometimes you have to ask a man, sometimes you don't. Okay? But 9 times out of 10, me personally, I'm not walking around the world having to ask a man how he feels about me. You have to tell me by way of your actions. Otherwise, I'm going to take it a different way. I'm going to take a different tone with you if I have to guess about what you feel. So this is how it is. So this is our first show with HQ, the HQ Connect. It's a gossip gossip dating relationship show. And I like to have panels. People come up and talk about things, but I only anticipated it being an hour because I didn't have that many followers, subscribers. So please like, share, subscribe, please and thank you, because we're going to have more content as we go on. It's going to be lessons, and then we're going to give you examples, and then we're going to try to level up in this relationship space, and then have panels and talk about these things. You know, men versus women, women versus men. Why are we having such an issue with getting married? Why are we having such an issue moving relationships forward? I don't want to have combative relationships. I want to have interesting content where a man actually comes up and says, this is how I feel. I feel neglected. I feel misunderstood. I feel like toxic is being placed on men, and I don't really want to do that. So, and the same thing with women. I want women to have a safe space where they can come and say X, Y, and Z towards men and women. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'm looking for subscribers, mods, the whole nine. So we got to do what we got to do on a Tuesday and a Thursday night. It's going to be Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. and see where it goes from there. 2 times a week, see where it goes from there. What kind of relationship dynamic we can have. Let's build our subscribership, build a community. I love to have you back. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.